Welcome back to New Mom. This week I had an awesome conversation with Lexi Simonsen. She is an actress, a wife, a very soon-to-be mom. She is an adorable 9-month pregnant girl at the moment. And we had great conversation about her pregnancy, about the season of waiting and trying for a baby and God's faithfulness in that time, and body comparison in pregnancy. A lot of good topics today. She is fun. She's energetic. I adore her, and I think you guys will too. Oh my gosh.
Hi.
Lexi Simonsen. Welcome to my podcast.
I'm so excited.
Let's see. Actress, wife, very, very, very soon to be mom.
So pregnant. The most
So
pregnant I've
soon.
ever been in my entire life. So pregnant.
What are you exactly? 30?
I am exactly, okay, I have one app that says today I'm 38 weeks. And I have another app, I keep bumping this, sorry. I have another app that says that tomorrow I will be 38 weeks.
Okay.
And
It's just based on like
yeah, I don't,
whatever.
but like both are the November 26th date. So I don't know where the miscommunication is, but my doctor says that my turn day is like Wednesday. So
Okay.
tomorrow I will be 38 weeks, but
Wow.
I'm 38 weeks.
You're there. I mean, this is
I'm there.
any day now.
Yeah, she said, she was like, yeah, she can come tomorrow or she could come in 2 weeks. I'm like, wow.
Craziest time. Because I
Thanks.
feel like, I'm curious how you feel. The third trimester, I felt like once we hit 30 weeks, kind of flew for me.
Yes.
And then it stalls at like 37.
Yes.
I'm forever having Braxton Hicks. This baby's never arriving.
Never coming.
Yes.
I go back and forth, and JC, my husband, will attest to this. I either, like in the mornings, I'm like, she's coming early. She's coming 5 days early. She is getting out of here soon. And then by the afternoon, evening, I'm like, I'm never going to not be pregnant.
Are you
I'll
having
be pregnant forever.
the thing happen where at nights, like, are you feeling, because I remember feeling more in the middle of the night. Like every night toward the end, I was like, Braxton Hicks increasing, feeling crampier, getting up a bunch. And I'd be like, this is early labor. This is, and then the morning comes and I'm like, I'm right back to feeling nothing.
Yep, I'm regular.
I guess that's a thing.
I don't know.
The
It's like
nighttime labor.
it's like all night long. All night long, I'm uncomfortable. I'm like it's like the Braxton Hicks, and in the evening, and like my sciatic nerve is all crunched up, and I'm like really waddling really bad.
Getting
like
out of bed, like
waddling to the bathroom.
like slowly.
Truly.
standing up.
and then the morning comes around, and I stand up. And I'm just like walking regular around the house
Dang it,
like
I
a
feel
ghost.
great.
Yeah, I'm literally just like kind of floating around like the house ghost, waiting for this baby to come. Yeah.
Do you have the yoga ball? Are you doing that?
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, and that helps a lot because I've had this suspicion, and so I'm really curious once I really get into early labor and active labor. I feel like I'm gonna be a back laborer.
You've always said that.
Yeah,
I think the whole time.
I don't know why. I'm just like I feel like I'm gonna have some of that.
Do you have it yet? Like, or you just have a feeling?
The other night, I was like, I wonder if I'm having just contractions in my back. Like, I wonder if I'm genuinely having back labor right now.
I mean, is that a thing in early labor too?
I guess so, yeah. I don't think it was. I think I just was like walking around all day with poor posture. And so my lower back was just like feeling like it was going to snap.
Yeah.
But I did get, have you heard of like using a TENS unit for labor?
No,
Do you know what a TENS unit is?
I don't.
Okay, they're fantastic. I grew up with them because of my grandpa, who's a chiropractor, and it's used a lot in like sports medicine and chiropractic care. And it's like these pads, and they hook up to this machine, and they send these kind of like electric pulses into your muscles, and it helps with blood circulation, with pain in general. It's used for labor for counter pain. So you turn them on and you put them on your back and like your lower hips. And when you have a contraction, then you like kind of boost it up, and it really helps counter
it kind
pain.
of dilutes the contraction. Oh.
So I tried that with my back, and I was like, okay, this feels very good. So I'm really curious to see once I do start contracting if it actually is going to help.
Actually help. It
Yeah.
might. It honestly might.
I don't know. I have no idea because I'm going to try to labor at home for as long as I can.
You probably should. I think I've told you this. Mine went fast. Like
Yours did go
It went
fast.
very fast. I went from literally, I think it was like, we had an OB appointment at like maybe 3 p.m. one day. And they had told me that I was starting to like dilate more. So we knew it could be coming, but then, and I was like over 39 weeks, so it's kind of like
you're right there.
I knew it was coming, but I didn't have any like symptoms, like aside from the Braxton Hicks stuff going on. And then I remember like I kept being, I don't know if you do this, but I keep being like, how will I know if it's a real contraction?
That's what I keep saying. I've asked you, I've texted her so many times. Yes, like, hey, so what does this feel like? Hey, does your stomach get tight as well?
Yeah. Are we sure this isn't one? And I kept being like, I'm sorry, people say you'll know. And I'm like, that's kind of annoying. What does that mean?
Yeah.
But okay, I knew because literally we were standing around after the OB appointment. Friends came over and they're like, we feel like you're going to go into labor soon. We're going to pray for you. So they laid hands and we're all praying over me. And literally my stomach tensed up and I felt the first, I was like, ow, like as we were praying. And I was like, oh my gosh, it's happening.
It's happening, it's happening, it's happening.
It obviously stopped. And
you're like, hey guys, don't stop praying.
I was like, keep praying, keep praying, keep praying. Maybe it'll come out prayer. Right now. Yeah. Maybe he'll just fly out. No, I'm just kidding. But it happened so fast. And then that was at like 5 p.m. And I was like, guys, I think that was my first contraction, but we'll see. They left. Yeah. And then I did the timer thing, how they say like, when you think you have a real one, just start the timer and just lapse every time. Hit the lapse thing every time you think maybe, because you can see like how much time in between and then how long it lasts.
Yeah.
I recommend that. And I did that. And I remember it was like, I think it went from maybe like 5 minutes apart, lasting like 20 seconds. And within 2 or 3 hours, I was 1 minute. It was lasting 1 minute and it was 1 minute apart. Ooh. So I was like, by 9 p.m., we were on the way to the hospital.
Yeah,
and I was like, I know I'm supposed to like labor, but I just got scared because it was progressing so fast. I was like, I don't know. Now I probably, well, they say your second can come faster. I don't know. But I probably wouldn't be as worried. But I was like, I just don't want to be the girl that doesn't have time to get the epidural because I'm scared of that.
Right.
To each his own. I was just like, I'm going to be really scared if they're like, sorry.
Too late, girlie.
The baby's coming. Yeah. But it happened fast. So I'm curious. That would be a helpful thing to do is like, I do recommend timing
do the lapse thing. And
yeah. And then if it bills out, like I think I did it a couple times when I'd feel something and then it just never progressed. But you'll know because it probably progressed.
It probably, especially that contraction first came, I mean, the power of the Holy Spirit, but also because you were probably in that moment really flooded with oxytocin.
True.
Which is really what like starts labor and gets labor going. Yeah. Oh, I have studied up.
I was gonna say, girl, you know your stuff.
I have studied up. I
know what we need to get this.
Oh yeah, because I'm hoping to go in I don't even want to say in a perfect world because I'm so open to anything. I've been really prepping for an unmedicated birth. I know. I've been really prepping for it. But I've said to JC, he's going to be my movement advocate. So I'm less concerned at this point with the pain and more with the movement ability. So if I can be in pain, it can be intense, but if I'm still able to like move through the contractions kind of thing, even if I can't talk and like in the hospital kind of thing, but if I can still able to move around, then I want him to really like advocate to me like, yes, you can like keep going. We don't need an epidural kind of thing.
Then you can keep moving. Yes. You're not like stuck in the bed.
Exactly. But if it gets to the point where if I'm not moving anyways, and if the pain is kind of locking me up and I'm not actually able to like be free in my body, then I want him to say, okay, let's look at an epidural kind of thing. And I'm so open to that.
That's kind of the best perspective to have. Because I feel like every one of my friends that had, I had like a semi-birth plan, but I feel like I was going to ask you if you had one. I have an idea of what I would love to happen. But I feel like I had a lot of friends be like, honestly, like I wrote out an entire birth plan. Literally none of it happened. I still don't think it's bad to have because it's nice to be like, hey, like if this is going smoothly, let's do this.
Let's do this.
But
you didn't come with like a PDF to the hospital.
I didn't. Some people do. Some people know what they want. They want the lighting a certain way. They want the music a certain way. I had all those things in mind, but like didn't care enough to write it down or like give it to the nurses. But I do feel like like that's the attitude to go into it with. Because it's like, okay, this is plan A.
Yeah.
And also if plan B, C, D, E, or F happen, like it's okay.
Yes.
Because I think so many women get like so hung up on that and like shame themselves for having to shift like even when it's for the sake of your health and stuff.
Yeah. And I'm really a person that will I can shut down pretty easily if things aren't super going the way or if I'm which is why I've done a lot of research kind of thing, just because if I'm in a hospital or any situation and people are kind of throwing information at me or anything and I don't know, what it is, I tend, like, if I start to feel uneducated or stupid, I just shut down. And, like, everything just stops. And so I was like, okay, I need to kind of know what's going on. But at the same time, I can be very type A, where it's like, I want things to go just like this.
Yes.
And so I knew if I go into it having, like, really specific things, it's going to kind of tank it and derail it a bit. So I'm like,
and the tensions are so high then, because it's like, is this person gonna do? Yeah. There's something nice about the surrender.
Yes.
Before we get too far into this conversation, because we could just keep going. One is, I love that you're drinking raspberry tea. She walked in with her own pack of tea. She's like, I drink this. Let's go. But also, I want to share the story of how we met, because I feel like we should probably say how we're friends.
Please, yes.
So I met you on well, first of all, you're my only girlfriend that knew my husband before me. Like, I think you're my only friend that I have through Connor. I think. Like, definitely guys, like a bunch of guys. But you were like my friend that I'm like, you knew my husband years before I did.
Maybe Victoria Feldman.
Oh, you're right. Victoria.
Yep.
You're the two.
Yep.
It's just you guys. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And I love it so much.
Wait, that's so special.
Because you have a very special relationship with him. And I love that you guys are like, we know him. Like, we know.
Yeah, we know the history. Yeah, we know the lore.
We know him. And I love that. But no, I literally met you on our second, technically third, because we did like 2 dates in one day kind of a thing. But it was our second date. It was 4th of July, I think.
4th of July, baby.
COVID days, baby.
Oh my gosh.
Wow.
And you guys came over, and God bless JC and I. We've gotten a lot better, but we were horrible hosts.
What?
I
didn't feel that way.
Oh, that's really kind.
We had popcorn?
Okay, we had popcorn. Like, oh yeah, and whiskey. There was whiskey there, I'm sure. Some kind of alcoholic beverage. But I mean, we're just like, no, it was Well,
we were also young. It was also COVID. And nobody had socialized for like a year.
No, it was like us four and then a friend, and a guitar.
Yeah.
No one had a haircut ever.
Crazy hair.
Yes. It was. Yeah, that was a very
great
interesting
time.
thing.
But what did you? Okay, so yes, that was our first time meeting. That was exciting because it was also, you guys were the first friends that I met of his, obviously. So I feel like you kind of set the tone. I was like, okay, he has very sweet friends. They love him a lot. Like, I had a great time. But what were you thinking about? Because what did you know?
I was like, no way did Connor get her. Like, no way. Because I'm going to be honest. I mean, like, Connor was ready. We were in college. And listen, I'm personally sober now. But, like, when we were in college, I was not. And we were both we were artists, we are artists. We were very moody. Yeah. And we did moody things kind of thing and whatever.
I definitely married a brooding artist.
Yeah.
A
recovering brooding artist. You did.
I did.
And so, and I remember a distinct shift in Connor when he was like, I want a wife. Like, I want a wife. And he, like, really, like, was very clear on what he wanted. And JC and I both were like, we'll see. Okay, kind of thing. Like, okay, Connor, we'll see. Like, we're in Los Angeles. Like, we'll take it day by day. And then you come over, and we both were like, what? And I feel like I remember were you wearing white pants?
I was wearing, I was wearing I was wearing blue and white striped bell bottoms. It was a statement.
It was so good.
4th of July statement.
I remember him being like, I want like a Southern Belle kind of thing. And I was like, well, it doesn't get much more than that, baby.
Like, I had like a Southern Belle costume on.
It was amazing. And I remember you were so sweet. You were so kind. We had a great.
I loved you guys. It was just funny because I was like, our story, which we tell on another podcast, but I had gotten out of a relationship fairly recently. He was my first date after being in a long-term relationship.
I forgot about that.
So he was like, meet my friends. He was excited. And I was like, I don't know what they know, but I was like at the phase of the relationship where I was like him a lot. Do not want to date him right now because it's way too soon. Like, you know what I mean? Yes. I've been in something. And so it was one of those things where I was like, okay, I don't know what these friends know, but like I felt bad because I think it was like the next day that we ended up like I just told him, I was like, we can't date anymore right now. Like, I'm not ready. And I
then
remember
he
what
went
I
to
liked
Atlanta,
you,
right?
Because he was moving to Atlanta, which was part of it. I was like, please move to Atlanta. Don't pause your life for me. I'm not ready. You're great. Maybe down the road.
Yeah.
But then I was like, dang it. Now I can't text Lexi because she was so cool. And you were selling like something.
Oh yeah, I made you masks.
You did.
And I dropped them off like right outside. I like put them in a plant. I was like, I don't know. I'm just going to leave them in this baggie.
You were selling COVID masks that were very cute.
Oh my gosh.
You did a really good job. That was crafty.
But
yeah, so that was the first time I met you. And then I think the other thing that's so sweet is the first time I heard about you guys was, I don't even think Connor and I had met yet. And he texted me and he was like, my friends just asked me to sing at their wedding.
Oh yeah, Connor sang at our wedding.
And I got to go because we were together
Oh
then.
my gosh, yeah.
Yes.
Oh, and you wore this really cute floral dress, right?
I
It was
love
floral.
that dress, yeah.
Oh, I loved that dress.
I liked your dress, your wedding dress.
Thank you. I like your dress
yeah,
too.
your dress was pretty nice.
No, that was
sweet
my gosh,
times.
yeah.
Like before we were all married. It's so crazy.
Oh, little
Man,
babies.
We were
tiny babies.
literally babies. And now we're having babies.
Oh, I'm having a gnarly Braxton Hicks.
Oh, really?
Oh,
I love
yeah,
it. Live here.
Woo, she's kicking it out of me.
Yeah, before we started recording, I was like, I guess there's 3 of us doing this.
Yeah, there
she
is.
Doesn't know.
She don't know.
Yeah.
But she listen, if this girl is gonna love to yap, I'm just gonna take I've been saying like she's gonna be my new favorite accessory. I'm gonna take her everywhere.
Absolutely.
And she's just gonna sit around and listen to me yap with people. And then she'll join in.
She's gonna be chatty.
Oh yeah.
It will be really interesting if she has your personality or JC's personality, because I feel like he's so much more like
not yappy.
It's like when he speaks, everybody listens because it's like he's speaking up on something.
Yes.
Like he's kind of like
I'm very curious to see what
her little
she'll get.
is.
Yes, what she'll get. My friend Emma goes, she's going to be so cute. She's going to come out with your little button nose and his mustache. And I was like, definitely.
You're like, wow.
Definitely.
That's so adorable.
My husband is a pilot and he has a rockin' mustache. He does.
He has an absolutely awesome mustache.
I told him, we'll be like, we'll talk about like Halloween costumes. It's like what we want to do for Halloween and with her kind of thing. And he's like, well, then I'd have to shave my mustache if I did that. And I'm like, get it through your head. That thing's not coming off. Yeah. Like costume schmostume.
Yeah,
like
it's you.
It's you. That thing's staying.
How long has he had that?
Since right before COVID.
I definitely have not known him without it.
Before Top Gun. Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, because I have not known him. I've not known him without it, but I was just okay. That's very interesting.
Yeah.
So we're friends. We were friends then.
Yeah.
We're still friends. We also live like across the street.
We literally live across the street
from each other. Here today. I really appreciate it.
Well, what was so funny is that it kind of like was a little bit of a joke because we moved to this place and we were like, we're gonna see each other all the time. We're gonna go on walks all the time, and we were so excited to move close together. And then we didn't see each other for like 9 months.
We saw you less. Yeah, I was like, they fell off the face of the earth, and so did we. And I don't know if it was just you guys travel a lot too. I feel like with JC's schedule and flights.
He travels and you guys travel, and it was just like not. It just wasn't aligning.
But I feel like now it is. Like now we're going out for morning walks, and it's like, you guys are finishing the pregnancy stroll as we're going out on the baby stroll.
That's exactly right. We see way more of each other now, which is lovely. But we're also in more of it's a different kind of communal headspace, maybe.
I think so.
Both of us
we're kind of all nesting in different ways.
Yeah, we're nesting in different ways, and so it's like we can relate to the type of nesting that we're doing.
Yes.
Even though we've been aligned pretty like marriage-wise and everything, but for some reason this is really clicking.
I think so.
Which is lovely. I literally thank God like every time we hang out afterwards. I'm like, thank you God for good friendships. No,
it really is. It's just such a blessing to be at the same pace. Because I remember, I think it was last summer that we ate on your rooftop. And
oh my gosh, and we talked about
it.
And we were like, are you guys trying? We kind of want to start trying.
Yes. And I remember we were like, yeah, we're really ready. Because I think we like started trying maybe that same month or something.
Yeah, I think you did.
And you guys were just behind us on the ready scale. You guys were like, we're thinking like pretty soon.
Like next,
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then like here we are. So
let's talk about trying.
Let's talk about trying.
Because we have similar-ish experiences. Yes.
And I feel like it's something that when I was going through the season of trying to have a baby, I felt super alone. And I felt like I couldn't really, because you're kind of private about it. I don't know.
Yeah,
I
you
was
don't
for a
want to
bit.
jinx it. Jinxes don't exist. I have to remind us that jinxes don't exist.
Yes,
but you don't want
but
to jinx
feels
it.
that way. And there's also like something about there is like a level of I don't know if it's not shame, it's not privacy, but there's just something where girls are like, well, you don't tell people until like you have the announcement, you have the happy news, something like that.
Yep.
And so I at first like wasn't telling people, and so I was looking on I was looking everywhere to be like, can I hear somebody talk about not getting pregnant right away? Because and I also had so many people, which was very kind, but I had a lot of people speak over me like, oh my gosh, you guys will get pregnant right away. You guys are young and healthy.
So many people said that.
Right, don't even worry about it.
Yep.
First month you'll be, and that was like when I was a few months into not being pregnant. And so it was more harmful than helpful because I was like, well, I'm not.
Yes.
So thanks for telling me not to worry, but I am a little worried.
Yeah.
But no, I really, I am glad we're talking about this because it's just something that I think a lot of girls go through.
Absolutely.
And you feel like when you're in it, you're the only one going through it. And I felt like so we ended up getting pregnant like our 4th month. So it was like, which is very short now looking back.
Oh my gosh. When I look back and because it felt like forever.
It was very hard.
Yes. And now that I have such a new level of just compassion, empathy, grace, everything for women who it truly does take a long time.
Take a year, take 2 years.
I mean, it took my mom in between me and my sister and I, there's 3.5 years in between us. And she had actually, and I know that she would be okay with me sharing this, she had decided like, you know what, that's it. I'm just going to have my one psychotic child who draws on the walls and like, that's it. Like, I'm just going to have fun with my girl because she had like 6 miscarriages.
Oh my gosh.
One was tubular that they had to remove, and one was like into her 2nd trimester. Like it was, So and after that one, she was like, I can't do this anymore. Like this hurts. And then it was like when she just really stopped thinking about it and letting it go, and they really like stopped trying is when they got pregnant with my sister. But it really makes you now being because we started trying officially. Because I had a chemical pregnancy in October, and then that really made us like, okay, we're serious about this. Like, we actually really want, because we were like very, very, very not trying kind of thing. Like
whatever,
just like,
let's have fun. If it happens, it happens.
Yeah, truly. And then it like chemical pregnancy, and we were like, okay, we need to lock in. I said we need to lock in, and JC was like,
the girl.
we can continue to not try then, like it'll happen when it happens. And I'm like, no, this is the Olympics and I want to win gold.
Once a girl sets her mind to like, I want to try and have a baby, there's no stopping that. Like,
no.
You lock into some mode that I've never experienced before.
I have never. People say that like when you first, I'm really curious to see how I'll be. Like when you first have a baby in those first like 3 weeks, it's like a version of yourself that you've never known, and you're so feral and blah and hormonal, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, well, I tried to have a baby and I got pretty psychotic. So like, I don't know. Like,
I think I've seen it all.
I think I've seen it all. I think my husband has seen it all.
Can't get worse.
No, it really can't. I mean, it was to the point where I was like, we are gonna be rocking. Like, my parents were visiting in town with us, like staying with us. And I was like, I'm ovulating. We got to pull 2-a-days. So it doesn't matter that they're in the next room. And JC, that's when he was like, time out, red flag.
This is crazy.
Like,
this is crazy.
That we can't do that. We can't do that at all. And I fortunately have a very close relationship with my mom. And she was like, I kind of shared with her, I was crying. I was like, he's not as serious about it as me. And she's like, you're too serious.
You need to chill. Well, that's the hardest part, is they're like, don't be stressed. Stress makes it worse. Just relax. It's so hard. I mean, Reddit was my evil best friend. Reddit was my frenemy in the trying season.
Oh, yeah.
Because when you're not sharing with friends, I'm like, is this, I have, my toe is red. Am I pregnant? Like, everything is like
literally
on the 2-week
everything.
window constantly. And so I feel like one of the best pieces of advice that I got was from a friend who Okay, personally, I really liked reaching out to friends that already had kids. I don't know why that brought me comfort.
Yes,
Some
yeah.
people want the opposite. A friend of mine right now is trying, and she's like, I really want to talk to people that are in the same place. I don't want the stories on the other side of it. I wanted the stories on the other side of it. Like, I wanted to hear from girls that are like, hey, it took me however long, and now look, like now
look at this.
Yeah, I was blessed with healthy pregnancies. So anyway, one of my friends, she told me finally when I was a few months in, I reached out to her and I was like, I do need to start sharing with someone because I'm not healthy. Like we're talking about, I'm crazy.
Yeah.
So I did. I made that decision. Best decision ever. Like sharing with just a few. You don't have to share with everybody. But like find your people and choose and share with them, especially people that can pray for you and can like take that weight off. And it even felt helpful that, you know, I knew then I had a few girls that were, when I felt too defeated or scared to even like pray, when I was kind of like over believing for it, to know that you have a few people that are like, hey,
interceding on behalf of
that's really important to me. But my friend told me she kind of like shared the story of when she was waiting to get engaged. So they booked their venue. They knew they were getting engaged after graduation. And she was like, just talking about how it was like the hardest waiting season because she couldn't start planning the wedding and doing the things until she got engaged. They knew they were getting married. And she was just like having very honest conversations with God. And she was like, God, I just want him to propose. Like, why is he not proposing? Please, please. And she said she just felt this like peace from the Lord and kind of this feeling of like, this is the last time, like you're going to be a wife for the rest of your life. This is the last time it's just you and me. How do you want to spend that? Like just her and God. And so she told me, she was like, Carrie, like you're going to be a mom and you're going to have the heart of a mom for the rest of your life. How do you want to spend the last potential month or 2 months or 3 months of just you and God,
just you,
and not having that heart that is split? Because like becoming a mom, you know, from just being pregnant, your heart is so
the second that you find out that poppy seed is viable, you're like, there's nothing else I'm thinking about. There's nothing else I'm
thinking about. And it does, like, I really noticed that because I drew very near to God in my time of trying to have a baby. Yeah. And then when I got pregnant, it's not that I wasn't still feeling close to God. I was so grateful and everything, but it does kind of, your brain gets split a little bit.
Yes.
You know?
Yes. I have recently been thinking about, because I'm like, I don't at all feel far away from God, but at the same time, like I feel very close and I feel very close to the Spirit, but at the same time, it's like I feel like my relationship with God has almost changed.
I felt the exact same way.
And I was like, I don't know if that's a good thing. Like I couldn't, I'm still like, I think it's okay because I'm still talking to him and I'm still, you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
But it's just changed.
It's just different. And I'm curious. So I'm 5, almost 6 months postpartum.
Yeah.
And I was just telling Connor like this week that maybe last week, I was like, I'm no longer breastfeeding, could be part of it. So everybody's timing, I'm sure, is different. I just stopped breastfeeding like a little bit back. And all of a sudden I'm feeling like myself again in my faith in a way, and like in my connection that I haven't since I got pregnant, which is really interesting because I know there's a lot of hormonal aspects to that.
Totally.
And so it kind of was just it made me feel better because now I'm feeling like myself again. And I do feel like when I was pregnant, and oh my gosh, when you have a newborn, you're like, I feel so close to you, God. I'm so thankful. And I don't know how to explain. It's like I felt his presence, but the intimacy was different. Or like my brain couldn't connect. It's probably pregnancy brain, mom brain, fog, whatever. But it just felt different. And then the last couple of weeks, I've just come out of that cloud. And it's been really cool because I'm also feeling, I think that I kind of felt the nudge when I was pregnant and stuff to kind of go into a quieter place with God, with like less serving, less hosting, less all the things, less coffees, less amazing things that I love to do. And I just felt like I didn't have the capacity. Like when you're pregnant, you're kind of tired and like you're you're doing your thing. And I felt like this was the first time the last few weeks where all of a sudden I'm coming out of my motherhood like cloud. Yeah. And it's just making me feel better. It's not about like when that happens, but I think it's just making me feel good that it does happen because now going into number 2, like another baby, I feel like I'm not going to be as scared that it's changed forever.
Right.
It is a season and like it's
because
really
it's not
needed.
that the season was bad.
No, it's just different.
It's just different.
Change scares me. So I was just kind of like, is this how it is now? Okay, I'm feeling different. And I'm like, oh, like you're gonna feel like you will. I mean, there probably will be new layers to you because we're moms now, and like our prayer life's different, and like our hearts are different. But also, it is nice to know that there is like parts of you that maybe are on pause right now that like do come back.
Well, and we kind of talked about this, and I've been really like meditating on it and praying about it, about the difference of dying to self in motherhood versus loss of identity in motherhood. Because Jesus does say, like, die to self, take up your cross and follow me kind of thing. Like, do not feed your flesh, feed the spirit kind of thing. And I'm someone who I have to be really careful what I hear and what I listen to, because I can really just latch on to it kind of thing. As far as, especially, I've had to really be careful about of allowing really intense like postpartum depression stories and things like that.
Yes, you talked about that before.
And it's not that I'm like, I can't hear that, I don't want to hear that. It's just that for me, when I hear something like that, I immediately then start looking for signs in myself. I really look for it.
You like become a hypochondriac.
Yes. And so
An emotional hypochondriac.
Yes. And so many women have spoken over me in ways where it's like, you just lose yourself in motherhood. You lose yourself in pregnancy or in, especially in that first bit of postpartum, and you look in the mirror and you don't recognize yourself and blah, 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 blah. And it's something that I've really had to pray about and surrender, because there's a part I'm like, well, okay, I hope so a little bit. I mean, I would hope that I'm not the exact same me now that or even pre-pregnancy that I am when I become a mother, because that girl or that woman is just operating from more of a self-driven, and as a wife, like, you put your husband first and you put family first and things like that, but there is still that innate like self-preservation thing going on that's really like the main forefront. Whereas becoming a mother, like, I hope I'm more in tune to that, to this child kind of thing.
Yeah, you're hoping that there's like a selflessness that's just innate, that just comes out.
Yes. And so I've been really praying over that it isn't a loss of identity, because I think doing motherhood without Jesus, there can very well be a potential for a loss of identity.
Absolutely.
Because you're finding your identity in this in yourself rather than in Christ. And so I'm really trying to meditate on that and think about that.
I so feel that, because I do. I think there's so many examples and there's so many voices of the, you'll completely lose yourself, say goodbye to sleep for the rest of your life, say goodbye to everything, the just wait thing, but especially with that. And I don't know. I love that, because I do feel like.
Yeah, I wanted to ask your experience, if you felt.
I feel definitely like the self, when I say dying to self, I feel like that way more than losing myself. Truly. And that's not to say that there aren't moments in postpartum, obviously, where you're going to be like, what's going on? Who am I?
Dying to self is not easy.
No.
Like, that's not like a fun thing that I'm like, oh, great, I get to die to myself.
But there is something beautiful about being like, okay, I'm, God's blessed me with this child. I'm getting to do this. Like you said, there are elements of that in marriage. I'm getting to be a wife, and that includes dying to self and like loving this person ahead of me, and vice versa, as he does to me. And I feel like it's that like amplified with a baby, because they need everything. Like, they can't give anything back at first.
Nope.
It's not the husband-wife relationship, it's very much the I'm doing all of it. But I do feel like in that it has changed the way that I view my relationship with Jesus, I think, because it's making
gorgeous.
me, you know what I mean? Because there's something about that where it's like, wow, like I'm giving this child my all, and it's making me realize, I don't know, just how sacrificial he was in his absolute walk.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Even the physical side of it, because I read when somebody was talking about like your body after you have a baby, which is a whole thing.
Yeah.
And they were talking about just kind of comparing. It's like when Jesus, obviously in a very much smaller human example, but when Jesus says like, look at my hands, like look at the sacrifice,
Yeah.
And she was saying it changed the way that she viewed her postpartum body, because she's like, hey kids,
beautiful.
like, look at these, this, because I love you. Like this is here to represent, like I did this for you. Like it's sacrificial. So it's like there's just so many beautiful things about it, but in the world, we can get lost in like the you don't know who you are or whatever. And it's like, but I think when you have Jesus, I actually just think it's kind of representing something way bigger.
And it's really, I'm like, okay, when I don't know who I am, I have him at least. Like there's this rock, truly the rock which I stand, like that I can hold on to when I'm like, I am drifting at sea, but I'm really holding on, Jesus, kind of thing. So I'm just praying over that right now, going into this next bit of time.
Yes. I feel like there's no time that I've relied on the Lord's grace more than in postpartum because I'm a doer, and I'm very much like, God, when I make time for you, I know you love me. And when I do, and it's so, and I understand that's not the gospel, but it's so easy for me to go into that place of like, I didn't read my Bible today, so God's so mad. Like,
failed as a mom, failed as a daughter today. Yep.
And there's something so beautiful about being like, okay, literally am crying, did not just handle that well with my son. I had to apologize to my son today. I was frustrated. He would not nap, Lexi. He would not nap. And I was so mad. And I had literally like 20 minutes before you arrived, I was walking around with like a bra and no makeup on. I was like, we're about to film a podcast. Literally, thank God it's called New Mom because this is my life. But I just was like holding him after because he just wouldn't sleep. And I picked him up and once I calmed down, I prayed and I calmed down. And then I was like, he doesn't know. He's literally 5 months.
He doesn't know.
I was like, I love you. I'm so sorry, Archie. I was like, I'm sorry. I need you to hear me say I'm sorry. I'm not mad at you. It's not your fault. Mom screwed up your schedule. I screwed it up. But like, and you're a baby and it's fine. But those are the moments where I'm like, I need to remember God's grace. And I just need to remember I don't need to do anything and he loves me just like Archie can screw up his whole day with and I love him so much.
Yeah. Well, it's that oh my gosh. I was brought to my knees, and it was really just about a year ago today that it kind of clicked with me. And this is not a new revelation by any means. Like this is not a new not theory but thing. But it's Genesis 3. I don't have my Bible or my phone, but it's the verse where they've fallen, and it's the Lord made clothes for them and clothed them. And it was this dawning revelation for myself of, oh, we did the one thing that he said not to do. We did the ultimate one thing, the sin. It was the first sin, the first grievance of God. And he still loves us so much that he put clothes on us before we left. And it's that like, ooh, gives me chills to think about, because it's like as a parent, I'm eager to feel that almost of like, yeah, you could do anything and I'm still gonna put clothes on you kind of thing. And it's that calling of hopefully breaking shame down kind of thing. And we talked in church this last week. I mean, that sermon, John Mark Comer, I just loved that sermon, but it really was that like sin comes from shame, and really as a parent, a major calling of parenthood is how do I break down shame and the fear of shame in my child and not allow them to grow up with this shame kind of thing and addressing it rather than hiding it and building it and things like that.
Totally.
And that was
wow.
Yeah. And I'm curious because you said you're like, I was so frustrated with him kind of thing.
I feel so bad.
I wanted to is that the first time that you've been like, oh, I'm annoyed with my kid kind of thing?
It's the first time in a little bit, but that's because we're a structured household. And so he does and we got a good one.
Yes.
And he does pretty well. And so and that adds to the shame because I'm like, I can't even handle when he's, and I know this isn't true. I'm just saying my honest thoughts. My honest thought is like, oh my gosh, I'm not cut out for this. Like it's literally he's having one bad day and I'm losing it. Like some people, their kid has colic and they cry for a year. Like my sister cried for 5 years. Like
that's not, people, you know, I was a colic. JC and I both were very colicky.
And so I can feel shame again when I'm like, oh my gosh. And so that's why I literally needed that time to pray and then to apologize to him because I'm like, I have to know that we're gonna have these moments where it does feel like that. And it doesn't make me a bad mom, you know, to have those moments, but they are hard. I think I'm getting, I don't know, slightly better a few months into being like, it's okay, this too shall pass kind of a thing.
Yes.
Because it can feel like the end of the world for a moment where you're like, I feel so bad. And you know, and it is what you said. You're mad, you're frustrated, not even at him, just at the situation.
Just at the situation.
100%. And like the visceral feeling, like the cortisol levels that are like shooting up when you have a screaming baby.
Yes.
And like you're not.
Oh my gosh,
like,
yes.
all the things. But at the same time, like when that all settles down, it's like I love him so much. And I was like, I'm so sorry. And then also it's just this like this both and. It's like I'm frustrated with the situation and I could not love you more. And you don't have to do anything. And you can cry all day.
Right.
And I'm obsessed with you.
Yeah. And I'm obsessed with you.
Yes.
That's how, because I also because what's funny is yesterday, so I'm carrying, you know this, I'm carrying very, very low.
Yeah,
I have a very long torso, and everyone's like, are you sure you're not having a boy? And almost every time I go into the OB, I'm like, just really quick check. Because we do have like pink things bought. So like, it's not a boy, right? But yesterday morning around 4 a.m., and you know this as well, and we can talk about this if we get onto that topic. Breech baby, the fear of a breech baby, the fear of a breech baby, and we had one OB appointment, we had one scan where she was breech, like at like the 28-week mark kind of thing.
Did you freak out over it?
Oh, I freaked out.
Were you
I was
like standing on your head for 2 weeks?
Yeah, forever. Yes, seriously. It was ridiculous. And JC was like, you're going to hurt your shoulders.
Also, is that good for the baby?
Yeah, like, yeah. And like my hands are going numb. I have really bad carpal tunnel. I'm like, I can't feel anything.
Like, but it's worth it. I think they're flipping.
Truly. Yes. So I woke up around 4 a.m. and she was just really, really, really high up in my ribs.
This is last night? A few nights ago?
Yesterday morning.
Okay.
Yesterday morning at 4 a.m. I woke up and she was just right up there. And I was like, what's going on? What is going on? And she's a wiggly worm. I mean, she moves. And so I was all of a sudden really afraid that she was like going to get some idea and she was going to have all this space up here now and she was going to flip around and
she's going to do it again. Yeah.
Yeah. And I was like, no. And I get up and I use the restroom, which kind of helps. But then I'm like walking around and I'm on the ball and she's just not moving down. And I started to get like frustrated. And I was like really trying to like breathe baby down and kind of do whatever. And I was so frustrated because she would finally she would go down kind of thing and she would relax. And then I would go to lay down and she would float right back up. And I'm like, now you're keeping me from rest.
Look, girl.
And you're not even here yet. Like, I'm not feeding you. You're just in there. And I was like, I was frustrated. And then I was kind of just in this like off mood for the rest of the morning. And now reflecting back, I felt so yucky because I thought that I was like mad at her. And I felt so yucky because it's not her. It's just me, like the situation.
Yeah, it's like you want the labor to be smooth and you're worried about her coming out healthy. It's like it's because of your love for her that you're concerned.
Yes.
Yeah.
And I felt so I felt so shameful that I was kind of angry at her almost. And I had to really like repent and get right with God kind of in a way of like, I just don't feel good. I don't feel good and I don't like this feeling and I don't want to feel like this. And I know it's just the first of many times where you're like, I'm not mad at you. I'm trying to control and I really struggle with control.
I feel like
I love control.
A lot of us do. I really do. Yeah.
And so that's something that I'm really actively
I feel like
giving over.
What's helpful, aside from like obviously prayer, is I do feel like genuinely just sharing that with a friend.
Yeah.
I texted my sister this morning. She texted me something. She's like, can you pray about this? And I was like, I'm really annoyed at him and I feel really, really bad. And like, it's just, you know, and it helped. She was like, confessed, I guess, that I was like,
Yes.
I'm irritated and I feel so bad that I'm irritated. And it's just like, as I said it, I feel like the weight came off me and I was like,
Yeah.
it's okay.
Because it's like shame and fear grows in the dark kind of thing. It grows in the silence.
Does. And it's like, it's amazing to pray, but I also think there is power, obviously, in just like the sharing with a friend that can, and then
Oh my gosh, yeah.
once you speak it, you're like, oh, it kind of just lost its power.
Yes.
We can move forward and
Yes.
like, it's okay. And then it's also nice when you share with a friend that's like, I'm sure if they're also a mom, it's like, that happens.
That happens.
It's gonna
Don't
be
worry,
okay.
that happens.
Yes.
Yeah.
You're like, okay, I'm okay.
Won't be the first time.
Yes.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah, because it's like and I also I have worked through a bit of this with my therapist, but I tend to be afraid of anger and sadness. Like those two emotions make me afraid kind of thing. So I get very afraid when I'm mad at someone or get very afraid when I'm angry kind of thing because I'm like, oh, I'm always going to be like this.
Yes.
I'll be sad forever. I'll be angry forever. And
Do you know your Enneagram number?
No, and I need to know this.
I need you to know.
I need to know this. I'm like genuinely. I was thinking about this on the way. This is crazy that what she's doing right now. She is moving.
She's
an
just
absurd
excited.
amount.
She's excited to be in this conversation.
Yeah.
It's her first podcast.
It is. Baby's first
First of many.
I was thinking of it on the way. I was driving over here from my chiropractic office. My chiropractor's office. My own my practice.
Yeah,
it's my practice.
we forgot to mention that. Just add it to the list.
And I was like, I genuinely might take the test tonight.
I really want to know because
what are you?
I'm a 3, wing 4, and I resonate with those feelings. So I was just curious what you are.
3 wing
the achiever.
4.
It's the achiever. I'm sorry, no. That Connor's a 3 wing 4. Oops. Thank you, babe. I'm a 3 wing 2. Yeah, I'm a 3. I'm a achiever wing helper.
Ooh.
Take the test. And next
I'm
time
so
you're
excited.
on, we're going to talk about
it.
that. Yeah, because I'm pretty interested.
Oh, I'm so excited.
Okay, so I have a question.
Yeah.
9 months pregnant.
Yes.
Looking adorable, by the way.
Oh, thank you.
How have you felt with body comparison or body image? Like, how has that been for you?
Yes.
With being in your first pregnancy, it's like a specific time.
Yes. That's a great question. Because I think it's weird to call it a blessing. Very weird to call it a blessing. But I had, like, and you know this, 2 years ago I'd had an early miscarriage, and I actually didn't know that I was pregnant. So when it happened, then it was very confusing, and I went through a lot of really intense body stuff. And I remember I couldn't get past the really awful thoughts and body thoughts and everything until I thanked God for it happening. I had to truly thank God that he was protecting my body. He was protecting that little child because at that time in my life, I had just gotten sober, but I was still doing some pretty destructive things with my body, just in terms of like exercise regimen. I really loved nicotine kind of thing. I just wasn't really treating my body the way that I know God would want me to.
What you're carrying a child. Yeah.
While I'm carrying, and so I had to really thank God for that happening in order to heal from that. So then with this pregnancy, I've had a perspective where anytime I've felt pretty self-conscious of any kind of bodily change happening, I pretty quickly have been able to step back and say, well, I'm in a position now, like this is an honor now. Like this is an honor kind of thing. And if this wasn't happening with my body, I would actually probably be freaking out.
Totally.
Kind of thing.
That's very true.
Like
yeah.
if
what's the alternative?
Yeah, if I wasn't bloating a lot right now, especially in that like middle of the first trimester to the middle of the second trimester when things are really starting to like ramp up in terms of physical changes, I would see an old picture of myself, or I would see other girls, like friends my age who look amazing, which is amazing, and I would get really self-conscious, and then I'd go, well, wait, if I wasn't bloating right now, that would mean like probably my baby wouldn't be growing. at least for me. Or like these things wouldn't be happening if this and this. And so I've been able to really like turn that around on its head.
That's so good. So it's like because you had that, like because you kind of processed all of that before, then you got to know the blessing. I feel like because I think the blessing in having a period of trying to conceive is the gratitude.
Yes.
And I really feel that way. And I do remember when I was praying for a baby every month, being like, I'm also going to pray over my body image and I'm going to pray over my postpartum. Because like, Lord, I'm begging for this. I'm begging for swollen ankles.
Bad.
I'm begging for stretch marks. I'm begging like all the things that come with having a child.
Yeah.
And I think that does really help because I think about, you know, when people get pregnant unexpectedly, it's just it's a different thing you have to process through.
Yes.
You're like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. And it's like, okay, we asked for this. Like I prayed for this.
I've been trying. I want it.
Yes. And it's like, I don't want to, it's not that like, this is such a double-sided conversation because, you know, I think people can be like, well, pregnancy is hard and you should talk about it. And that's so true. It's like pregnancy is so hard on your body and it is a lot. But
I don't want to curse. I don't want to say a curse over the thing that I prayed for.
Amen. It's like, I don't want to, someone else's miracle. I don't want to sit here and complain about it. Yeah, it just doesn't sit well with me. So I think it's that balance, right, of being like, I can text a friend who's, you know, gone through this or whatever and be like, today's a really hard day.
Like a little bit of a vent
Everything's
situation.
off. Yeah, I'm not feeling my best or I'm nothing fits or whatever it is.
Yeah.
Which happens in postpartum too.
Yeah. But the nothing fits thing is real.
The nothing fits thing is
down
still
to
real.
This is actually 3 pairs of leggings. I'm down to 3 pairs of leggings.
It's
no
so
other
funny at
pants.
the end because you're like, I'm not going to buy anything.
No, I'm not
What's
buying
the point?
anything.
Just wear a trash bag and get through it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, I was the same way. I
can't give it anything.
It's also, I saw this on Instagram and it's really true. People are like, when you're 9 months pregnant, there are 2 looks. There is the sundress.
Yeah.
And there is bag lady.
Literally, yes. There is no in between.
There's no jeans. There's no blouse. It's like you are one or the other. It's like I can dress up in like a giant dress or I can literally wear the biggest hoodie ever. You actually look adorable. You're rocking it very well. You're kind of doing it in between.
Thank you.
But it's hard to do.
I love the sundress. It's been so hot in LA.
Yes, it really has.
So
it needs to stop.
Wearing a sundress requires also leggings underneath because the chafing.
Oh.
Are you kidding me? I've been very blessed. I have not experienced. Yeah, I've not experienced a chafe before, like before pregnancy.
I do remember the chafe. Now that you say it.
Oh my God. I mean, like, I was like, what is going on? It burned.
Yes, it
burned
does.
so bad.
I didn't think of that because I was chafing at my baby shower and I, again, a new feeling. And I was like, what do people do about this? Nobody talks about it. But the leggings.
The leggings is a great hack.
That's a really good hack.
Yeah, it took me one time of not doing that to be like, well, I'll never do that again. I was walking around with a friend in like a long sundress. I was so hot. My legs burned on the inside so bad that I was walking around and actively putting my dress in between my legs and like trying to walk.
Like just do the waddle like that.
Yes. And she looked over, she goes, hey, and I was like not saying anything about it. I just kept like kind of putting my dress in between my legs. And finally she was like, hey, is everything good? And I was like, yeah, no, it's fine. Don't worry about it. It's fine. Yeah, no. Oh, wow. I feel like the best thing, going back, the best thing that could have happened for my pregnancy was that I didn't get pregnant right away. If I would have gotten pregnant right away, it would have been a different experience. And it would have been fine, but it gave me such a level of appreciation and patience.
That's so good.
Oh man, I feel like patience is the lesson that God always teaches me.
I know it's
every year.
Same. I remember my dad saying when I was little, he would always be like, patience is important. I was like, but I hate patience. Patience is the worst.
Did you have the patience song?
No.
Oh, I'm gonna sing this song for you guys. My parents would sing this to us. Excuse me. But my dad would sing it to my mom, and it would actually make her very mad. Very mad.
Patience is it's a tricky one.
It's a
if you don't want to have patience.
No. But it goes like this. Have patience, don't be in such a hurry. When you get impatient, you only start to worry. Remember that God is patient too. Just remember all the times that he's been patient with you.
Oh, yeah. That would drive me absolutely insane.
Yeah. No, like my dad singing that to my mom. Like,
oh, man.
Gnarly.
That is.
But they sang that all the time to me. And it would just like,
But patience is so hard.
It is.
It's especially with something as, intense as a desire to have a child.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
What would be a piece of advice that you would give to someone who is in the waiting season right now? Honestly, what you just said was really great, but
a few maybe. It's not the Olympics. It's literally not. Having sex 10 times a day is not gonna do it, kind of thing. So just give yourself grace there, and just as much as you can, just give it over to God.
Mm-hmm.
Just even when it's like a fake it till you make it kind of thing,
mm-hmm.
just literally, like, I remember I was sitting on my porch and I physically had to like grab my body and
Mm-hmm.
grab it and like, please just take this feeling of time pressure off of me. And
Mm-hmm.
and I just know that, like, and what really gave me a lot of solitude was when we were talking about it, and it was the remembrance. Excuse me, that's not the right thing to say, but it's each egg comes very specifically at a very specific time. And so when God is ready for you to have the child that he wants, that it is your kingdom assignment to raise, it will come forth.
Mm-hmm.
And it might not be this month. Like, this egg might not be the one that he's waiting for you, kind of thing, or having you wait for. Because it is so worth it. Because, you think about it, like, if you would have gotten pregnant a month earlier, it would be a different Archie.
I know.
And it's crazy to think about that. And it's like, I haven't even had her yet, and I would want no other child.
Yeah.
Right.
That is
now.
Absolutely true. I do think that after having your baby, it really helps, or even after being pregnant, you start to realize, like, this is the child that God gave me, like
Yes.
you said. And it definitely helped me.
Mm-hmm.
I pray that it really helps me the next time around. I just had the thought recently, not trying to have another baby yet,
Mm-hmm.
literally 5 months postpartum,
Mm-hmm.
but I kind of had the thought recur, and I have to be honest, like, it gave me a slight anxiety because I thought, I was like, okay, like, at some point we just won't care, and then at some point I'll start to really care if I don't, because you go through like we're having fun, and you're like, I'm not getting pregnant doing this.
I'm not having any fun now. Yeah.
True.
Yep.
And I was like, oh no. And I like had that pit in my stomach, and I just, again, like what you just said, I was like, no, I'm not going to do this. Like, I literally have my son as a reminder of God's faithfulness, and also like that's the child I'm meant to raise. And I have to believe when it's time again, like it will be. And you're so right. It's like with the apps and all the stuff of the tracking. Okay, the ovulation test, I just need to say,
throw them away. That's the other thing.
Okay.
Throw them away.
Yes.
No one looking at every camera. Do not do the stupid ovulation tests. They are worthless. Throw them in the trash.
Can I just say, mine never said I was ovulating.
Never.
Ever. Still to this day, I've never, like, literally.
I've never ovulated according to those stupid little sticks.
And people get so in your head with those sticks. And the apps are like, download your photos so you can tell. When you don't do it, it's such a trap. And I feel like, yes, there's a healthy balance of maybe like learn when you're ovulating, whatever. Like, that's helpful. But ultimately, like, I love what you said about just give it to God. Because
just give it to God. Because my full disclosure and honesty, when we started trying, because I took very seriously, before we were trying, we were very clearly not trying.
Okay.
There was
nothing happening.
There was nothing happening, kind of thing, past the love. And so when we started trying, it really changed the pH of my body, and it totally dried me up. I had no idea when I was ovulating.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah.
Well, okay, I'm wondering if this is connected. I do hear a lot of girls talk about when they start trying, which is probably similar, that they all of a sudden they're late on their period, like their body almost changes because of that, like because of the, maybe now you're like
have a new substance,
doing it differently.
Yeah.
Yes. And I'm just wondering if that's connected in the same way, where it's like your body has a different response. It's a new thing.
Very well could be.
Because everybody's like, I always thought I was pregnant because my body, all of a sudden, like, my period changes when we start trying.
Yep.
Or the cycle timing changes.
The cycle timing changes.
Or
and
you
things
don't
like
know
that.
when you're ovulating. It's just like something shifts. It doesn't feel the same.
Well, and it also, peace of mind. I was listening to this doctor speak about, it was an OBGYN, speak about truly like what happens when a male semen enters your body, a female's immune system attacks it because they do not know what it is. So it does not matter how many times you've had sex before. If that's never happened, it attacks it and it like destroys it most of the time. Yeah. And it takes a couple time for the female body to be like, oh, no, that's him.
Yeah,
we're safe kind of thing. Like that's safe to enter and safe to go in. Yeah. So there's another reason. It's not just like the stars aren't aligning or whatever.
There's also scientific
reasons that you might not get pregnant the first month you try kind of thing.
Yeah, that's so good because I just feel like that needs to be normalized. I really, because I struggled, again, it felt like a year, but it was only 4 months. And looking back, I've had people say to me, it's like such a perspective shift because I'll have friends say, oh my gosh, it only took you 4 months. You're so lucky. And I'm like, oh my gosh, that felt like a long time.
It felt like a long time. Yeah, so November, December, January, February, and we found out in March. So like 4 or 5 months. Yeah. Just about, yeah.
And it feels like a lot longer than that. And so I feel like it is nice to thank you for sharing your story because I feel like it is a blessing for girls to hear a normal timeline. And sometimes a normal timeline is 1 month, but for a lot of girls it's not.
It's not.
You see the posts all the time about we weren't even trying, I took a test and it's crazy. Yeah. And that does happen and that's wonderful. Yeah. But like
realistically, most often it's not that simple.
Yes. And it's okay. And there's nothing, you don't have to go to the worst case scenario right away. Like it's okay
and reminding myself that like 4 months is actually on the shorter end of the trying spectrum. And having to really remind myself of that, especially the next time when we're trying, it's like, okay.
Here we go. Let's do this a little better. I feel like that's with everything in life as you follow God, right? It's just like, okay, I hope that this next time I, have the same challenge come up, I handle it just a little bit better.
Just a little bit better.
Yeah, it's like just a little bit. Okay, I have some questions for you that I thought would be fun. We're doing pregnancy would you rather.
Okay.
Just a little one. Okay. Would you rather relive your entire first or third trimester?
Third. Immediately third. Immediately third. And I'm not even all the way done with it. I'm so excited to give birth. The mental battle of the first trimester got me ready for labor, actually, because I was like, oh, that was all mental.
So you feel like first was harder?
Oh, yeah.
Okay, I feel the same way.
Oh, my gosh, yeah.
Some people...
Crying every day. So fearful.
Yes. I remember that season.
Oh, my gosh.
We did. We were there in that season. Okay. Would you rather have people ask every day about the pregnancy when you go out in public or literally never care? Both are so annoying.
Both are so annoying. We'll ask every day because even it can be a short answer.
Yeah, I'm pregnant.
Kind of thing. Yeah. Yes. She's coming.
Whenever,
I'm ready.
Yes.
How do I feel? I feel pregnant.
Yes.
That's it.
Okay. Would you rather have heartburn or nausea the entire pregnancy? You kind of have heartburn.
Oh, I've had both.
Oh, have you?
Oh, my gosh.
I knew you had heartburn.
Yeah. I actually think the other day I was like, I'd rather be nauseous than this. Like, release me. I do. I like just claw at my chest, like, release me, please. But probably heartburn.
Okay.
It sucks, but
it's like
everything gives me heartburn though, so it's like, well, whatever.
But just in pregnancy, not in real life.
Not in real life, just in pregnancy.
Okay.
Yeah. Real life, I also have. That would be awful.
Okay. Would you rather hear negative just wait advice every day or unsolicited advice from grandmas?
Unsolicited advice from grandmas.
Yeah,
the just wait stuff. I'm like,
please. No.
Where are my noise canceling headphones?
I don't understand how anybody thinks that's ever helpful.
No.
Oh,
no.
Or like my least favorite is like the you'll never sleep again.
I'm literally not sleeping now.
Yes, exactly.
I'm genuinely like looking forward to it because I actually think I will get more sleep.
I got better sleep when he popped out.
I know
Toward
for
the end. Are you kidding?
Oh my gosh, I know I'm gonna get better sleep.
And that's the worst when you can't sleep in your third trimester and people are like, enjoy your sleep
Enjoy
now.
your sleep. Get rest, mama. I'm like, don't call me mama. I am not getting any sleep now. I am up 5 times a night.
Rest up, mama.
Rest up, mama. Like, oh, you better shut your mouth. I'm so mad.
Okay, another one. I'm loving this, Lex. Okay, would you rather be up all night because of the baby kicking or stressed all night because she's not kicking?
Kicking.
Yeah.
By far.
Yeah, I feel
Kicking
that.
by far.
Yes.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
I can't tell you how many nights. He was not a kicker.
That's right.
And so I love how I want to talk about him. I was pointing to his nursery. It's right back there. He was not a kicker. Yeah, he's not behind the couch. But he was not a kicker. And so he was like, enough I knew he was okay.
Yeah.
But goodness, I would just be like, poke all night long. I'd be like, just give me one. And I'd be like, please, just give me, and then I'd be like, okay, I can go back to bed now.
Literally, yes.
That's
the
stressful.
amount of time
you
that
will
I've
not
done
sleep
that.
over that too. It's like, it's definitely, yeah.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Okay. Would you rather which would you rather have discontinued permanently? Pregnancy pillows or maternity leggings?
Oh my gosh, maternity pillows. Because pregnancy leggings are like the only leggings I can wear now.
Yes.
Because
they're like, I
have
can't live
I
without.
have a very funny body. I have very short legs and a very long torso. And I've been very blessed for most of my pregnancy. I was able to wear the airy cross leggings, that cross at the top, and I just had to like size up and size up.
Yeah.
It got to the point where I was like, okay, if I buy an extra large, this fits my belly, but the legs are literally wider than my shoulders in a really crazy looking way.
Like,
and I was like, and it pulls weird around the cross. I mean, I remember I tried one on and I went out to my mom and she was like, she used my full name. She was like, Alexis, it's time to get some pregnancy leggings.
why
and I was
is
like,
it so hard to
know.
like just pull the plug and get some?
I
was
know,
the same
because
way.
they're so comfortable.
Yes.
They do nothing for your figure. I can't wait to get in a regular pair of leggings.
No, I don't know why everything looked worse. I was like, it's not even my stomach, just the butt, everything is just not
my
good.
stomach looks great. It's glistening. My butt is not so hot.
Yeah.
Not so hot.
I mean, I felt the exact same way. I
Not
still
those
have
leggings.
my maternity leggings. I'm like, I need new ones, I think. Okay. Last one. Would you rather have a relatively painless 42-hour labor or a painful, intense 5-hour labor?
Oh, that's
that's-
great question. Okay, so it's a painless
42
hour labor or an intense, painful but 5-hour labor.
Mm-hmm.
Give me the 5. Give me the 5.
Yeah.
Give me the 5.
You can do anything for 5 hours.
You can do
got
anything
this.
for 5 hours, mama. Ugh. Could you do anything I know. Do you go? That's what I wanted to ask. Are you like, my mom always is like, do not ever call me mama.
I can't.
Kind of thing.
It doesn't work for me.
I hate it. Okay,
I don't
great.
like it either.
Okay, I was gonna ask you if you're gonna
If
like let
other
him call you
ladies-
mama.
Absolutely. Oh no, I don't like it. I don't
Great.
well, what really bothers me is like the pregnancy mama, where it's like looking good, mama.
Looking good, mama.
I
How
don't know
you
what bothers
feeling,
me.
mama?
If girls want to say that to other girls, doesn't bother me. When you call me mama,
Like, ugh, I don't like it.
it doesn't work. Something about it.
No.
But for me, no, I think I'm thinking mommy. Like
Mommy
for him.
I
Yeah.
want to be mommy.
Yeah, I wanna be
I want to be mommy as long as I can, and then when you get an attitude, you can call me mom.
Mom,
Fine.
whatever.
But
Yeah.
like, no, the mama ain't it. Not for me. Not for me.
I'm with you.
Well, and it
I'm with
reminds
you on
me
that.
of that story when you
mommies.
guys told me when you're like, hey, mama,
Yeah.
are you afraid of dying during childbirth?
Okay, this is a good story.
The amount of people that I've told that story to.
Okay. So Connor.
Oh, you haven't
Connor
told
and
this
I-
on the pod yet?
No.
Oh, fantastic.
Thank you, Lex. Cue me
Oh.
up. Okay. So Connor and I were watching whatever it is, like the pre-labor videos.
Yeah.
I did it online because we did it too late and the hospital was completely booked. And so we couldn't do it in person. So we just like found some course online. This sweet girl who said mama 55,000 times. And I remember the funniest one, Connor and I lost it. We didn't want to watch the videos anyway.
You need to do the pause that
Yeah.
it came with. This is the timing of
Yes.
this.
She was like, it was the one on, I guess it was on labor.
Yeah.
And it was fierce. And she was like, are you scared of dying, mama? And I was like, are you
Huh?
kidding me?
No, I wasn't, but now I am.
Are you scared of dying in childbirth, mama? And I'm like, girl,
Huh?
literally.
And it was the longest pause.
Now I'm,
Don't be.
yes.
What?
Don't be.
Crazy
so true.
behavior.
Don't be.
Yeah.
Don't worry. And I'm like, could you say it sooner?
Yeah.
Come in a little faster on the don't
Yeah.
be. But that did us in because I was like,
Oh my
I
gosh.
cannot. But yeah, those videos.
Oh, it made me laugh so hard.
Are you guys watching those videos?
We did childbirth one, like a labor one, and we did like a newborn 101 one. But the ones that they offered, it was like you can either do 3, it was through the hospital. You can either do 3 1-hour classes or you can just do 1 3-hour chunk. Excuse me. So we did 1 3-hour chunk for both of those. So
Okay.
3-hour one class, 3-hour the next class. And both of them we did have football on in the background.
Oh, nice.
On mute. but it was on in the background.
But you got the gist.
We got the gist. Go Chiefs. We got the gist because a lot of the information was like, oh, I already know this.
Yeah, we only
kind of
made
thing.
it through like half, I think.
Yeah.
And then we're like, we'll just see. It was. Yeah. I think it was more helpful for you, honestly. I think it was helpful.
That's how I think Bridget. Yeah.
I think just knowing the basics.
I am taking a breastfeeding one.
Oh.
On the 15th. A 3-hour breastfeeding course.
Oh, wow.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
I don't
Okay.
know.
Well, I need to have you back on after you have baby girl and maybe when you're out of the trenches. And you have time.
Let's do it week 1. We're in. You guys did a really great thing.
Bring the cameras to the hospital.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
Do it live. New mom delivery.
There's been like a handful of people be like, oh my gosh, we can't wait to come visit you in the hospital. I'm like, you can come to the hospital. You're not going to see me.
Yeah, exactly.
You won't be seeing
You can
me.
sit in the waiting room,
Yeah,
but you won't
can-
be seeing us.
You can like have a blast in the waiting room, but you won't see me kind of thing. You guys did a great thing. You didn't have like any visitors except for family for the first like 3 weeks or something
we
like that.
really didn't.
And we're absolutely following that because
I recommend that. I also recommend a meal train. Those things were helpful. The meal train we're just not really meal preppers anyway. We're not the best. You're better at that stuff.
love
for
a good
us, it
meal
was like, give us the meals. That was really, really helpful to not
Right.
think about that. But, okay, well, I could talk to you all day.
I know, but we got to wrap this
But
thing
you'll
up.
be back.
I'll be back.
But I love you.
I love you
and I
so
can't,
much.
Next time you're back, you're going to have a daughter.
I know.
Crazy. Thank you for being on, Lex.
Thank you so
You're the
much for
best.
having me on. This was so lovely, and I'm
This
just
was
so
fun. I'm
happy
so
about
proud of
this.
you, Mama.
Thank you, Mama.